I just went and picked up this lawnmower, I should say, from a guy who rang me from one of my signs. He said it ran but then stopped, but it runs and then stops, I guess. I don't know whether he's just put this handle on, but it's on upside down, so it's not really a good sign. It's 7:30 in the morning, so it's pretty cold. About as cold as it gets over in Australia right now. You can see my breath, but I guess I shouldn't be talking. There's a bit of frost out, but I guess you Americans will just laugh at me. But I'm freezing, so whatever. Yeah, I want to fix it up today and get it back to him because I want the money. I just started fixing this. I couldn't get back to bed. So I was awake and pretty excited to get on with it. So there's the air filter. It's filthy. Need to clean that up. And I'm just gonna take a photo of which hole the governor is connected to, because there's two which you could go to, and I don't want to get it mixed up. Just in the middle of fixing this Briggs & Stratton, and I got my fuel line I ordered off eBay, 20 meters for $40. So that's about half price of what I could get at the mower shop. And now that can just go in with all my spares, and now I can get on with fixing this Victor after I finish this one. Because I want to get this one back to the customer tonight, so that I have the money, because there's something I want to buy tomorrow. When I was out helping this lady move some stuff, she knows I'm interested in lawnmowers. You can probably hear that little whippersnipper buzzing away. She was talking to one of her neighbours, and they mentioned that they wanted this one. So yeah, she gave it to me, and I don't know what was wrong with it. I just put a new spark plug in and it fired straight up. It doesn't rev very high. Not revving very high, but I think it might have the same problem as the Hedge had. Might have something blocked in the exhaust. So I might take the exhaust pipe off and see what's in there and see what it's like. But yeah, it's a Pope line trimmer. I just want to say to all Briggs people out there and Briggs & Stratton in general, like, why do you have a little O-ring to try and seal it? I mean, how hard would it have been to bang in 2 screws so it would screw on with a little gasket in between? I just think that's so ridiculous that it's got an O-ring. And I remember in NRP, one of his videos, he says the same thing. And that's why Tecumseh's are good, because they actually have a proper sort of like mounting flange bracket thing. So yeah, I just thought I'd like to say that. And I think most Briggs people will agree with me that that's just really poor design, having an O-ring, because you need the right mixture, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so I've just put it back together now. I've cleaned the carburetor. I just went over the deck with a rag just to sort of clean it up a bit, just to make it look a bit newer than what it was. I checked the oil and it's good. So perfect runner. So I'll just let that run for about 5 minutes on slow, then I'll rev it up a bit, you know, play with the revs just a little bit just to make sure it's all good, and get it back to him. Too easy. I've just taken the exhaust off, and unfortunately this isn't a type where you can sort of take off a plate and have a look inside, so I'll give it a start. But I better get some earmuffs first. I'll get some earmuffs, give it a start, and I'll see what it's like. I don't quite know what the point of this little cap on top is. I mean, it just sits there. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't have just covered that over. Maybe you can't really see much in there, or you can see what model like magneto it has, but they rarely go bad, and the average person probably isn't going to be worried about that. I don't know what it's for. Maybe it just, I don't know. I can't even think of any reason why it would be there, apart from seeing what type of magneto it has. The throttle cable was sitting out of its little place. It was like down like that. So maybe that will have made it go see if I can give a quick... Quite quiet. Still not revving as high as I would think it should, but the fuel does smell just a little bit stale. Maybe I'll change that and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so I've just put in some of my fuel in it, some fresh fuel. Maybe that was it. I'm pretty annoyed if that was it. I can't even... Oh, where am I? Here we go. I haven't timed it or anything, so... Very quiet. Yeah. I'm not quite sure, but that's a pretty good whip snipper. That'll might just go try cutting some grass with it just to see what it's like. I know someone with the same model as this, so I'll go and check theirs out and see what theirs is like. Because it's just fast enough to cut the grass. It's like on some of the thicker like stalks of grass. Our manly grass over here in Australia, stuff that's nice and strong. Yeah, you have to sort of leave it there for just a little bit on some of the thicker parts. So I don't think it's revving as high as it should, and it sounds like it's making that sort of bah noise. And there's no tuning screws on it to sort of tune it. Yeah, there's no tuning screws, so it might just have a bit of shit in the carburetor. I'll try and get that out. I just put the new fuel line on and put this cover. I do like this new fuel line, I must admit. I really do like it because it's more like rubber than the plastics. The other stuff you get from the mower shop is kind of like a plastic, but this is like rubber, and I don't need to heat it up to put it on. I've probably got a friend who wants this, so I'll give it to him for cheap. But first, because it does have that crack in the deck there, but he shouldn't mind about that. And I need to get another one of these pieces here, because you can't replace these lugs, these little things. The one up here was broken, and I'll either have to sort of make something or get another one, because what they are is they're put in and then they're like burred over from this end, so they don't unscrew or anything. But anyway, that's okay. Probably find one lower sometime. Give it something's not quite right, I'll have to work it out. Although this engine here does run, I'm just going to clean the carburetor up a bit. I will take it apart and clean it. I'll just go over the deck with a rag just to clean all the dust off it, make it look a bit newer, and then sell this one. I'm not sure which one I'll give to my friend. Probably the grey one, because it has the crack in the deck. This does have a little bit of rust, but I think a crack is probably worse. I don't know. I'll see. Whatever. Just been cleaning. Oh, shouldn't nearly drop the camera. Just been cleaning this carburetor, and it has no decompression valve. And where the decompression valve would go into the carburetor, it's like blocked off with this little yellow plug. So that's probably why it feels like it's got more compression. Might have a little bit more power than the other Victors. But yeah, I've never seen one like that. I thought they all had the decompression valves. But anyway. I'll just put this back together, and this throttle is giving me the shits. With these Victors, often you'll accelerate and they'll like click, so I'll pull it back, feels okay, but you push it forward, you get clicking, and I don't know what it's from. It wasn't doing that before. All I've done is fix that. It's in the, I've taken it apart twice and put it back together. It's like a, I just don't know what it is. And it doesn't happen on these other 3 ones. It doesn't happen on this one. This one's perfect. It's smooth as. Same with this one. It's really smooth too. I just don't know why it's clicking. I'm probably going to leave it for tonight because I'm pretty cold and it's getting a bit... Well, it's not getting late, but anyway, I'm cold and I don't go inside. So, if anyone knows why, I don't know if you will know why. It's something to do with the kill switch. I know that. And the springs, and it just suddenly clicks into place. I don't know. Anyway.